about to get to know a Cavalier player on Cavalier Profile. We'll get to know a little better who plays on the Cavalier baseball team. And now, Cavalier Profile.
Today on Cavalier Profile, we're going to get to know Logan Irvine. And Logan, can you fill us in on your role with the Cavaliers?
Well, looks like this year I'll be playing a little bit of first base and maybe going on the outfield if I need to, middle third base as well, but trying to be a helpful player any way I can.
So when did you start playing baseball?
Geez, probably as soon as I could start walking, I started hitting something off a tee. Then played t-ball the first year, and I actually played 3 years of it because I was too young to move up with my friends. So as many years passed over that as now.
Now, aside from the Cavaliers, what's the highest level of baseball that you've played?
Well, I tried playing college a little bit, decided to focus on my education a little bit more, but played there. But I also did we did World Series with the Eau Claire Babe Ruth Association.
Now, can you tell us about your most memorable baseball experience? That can either be as a player or as a fan.
I think it has to be the first home run. That was by far the craziest moment. When you're a little kid and you finally hit one over the fence, you don't even know what to do. I still remember I missed second base, had to go back and hit it because I was so excited and he didn't even know what to do.
You were just lucky you ran the right direction.
Exactly, yep.
Now, how about telling us a little bit about your family and those people who are cheering for you at Cavalier games?
Sure. I got my father, my mother, my sister. I got Frank, Casey, and Lindsay. They support me through all this. They've been through all kinds of different games, different challenges through life with me. So they're there cheering for me all the time, as well as all my grandparents and aunts and uncles as well showing up too.
Now, Logan, I've got a few rapid fire questions for you. Pie, ice cream, cake, or cookies?
I'm a cake guy. I like cake.
What kind of cake?
You know, classic vanilla with a little chocolate frosting is hard to beat.
Oh boy, I tell you. Your favorite color and why?
I like blue. I mean, it's just a color you see everywhere, and it's kind of a hard one to recreate in nature, so it's kind of a cool color.
Kind of like the sky that we're standing under today.
Yep, exactly.
So if you could have a superpower, what would it be and why?
Probably be able to fly. I mean, that just gives you a different perspective on the whole world, and I think it would be a cool thing to be able to do.
And your favorite major league team?
Has to be the Brewers.
Okay. So we're talking with Logan Irvine, and the breeze is getting away from me here. But when you're not playing baseball, where are we likely to find you?
Working for my father at Play It Again Sports. Go there all the time, and picking up a little bit of a golf game now, so I'm trying to get better at that, but it's not.
When people come and watch Cavaliers game this year, and we hope there's a lot of them, where are they going to see you out on the field?
Probably at first base is where I'll be this year.
All right, we want to thank Logan Irvine for joining us today on Cavalier Profile. Coming up next, more between game entertainment.
This has been Cavalier Profile, where we get to know a little better who plays on the Cavalier baseball team. Stay tuned. More game entertainment coming right up.
Happy Mary Ann McCann, a crazy baseball fan, rooted hard for Dan Moran. Dan Moran, her baseball man. When he came to bat one day and saw her smile so gay, his Irish heart was thumping when he heard her yell hooray. She loudly cried, "Oh, Annie mine, a hit and Mary Ann is thine." The score was tied, the bases full, the crowd began to cheer. For Mary almost fainted when she heard these words so clear. Strike one, strike two, strike three, the batter's out. Then Dan heard Mary Ann in frenzy shout,
"If you can't make a hit in a ball game, you can't make a hit with me. But the man who can hit in a ball game can be my affinity. I'm simply baseball wild, know how I run it. I'll yell like whoo! If you can't make a hit in a ball game, you can't make a hit with me."
You got this.
You're there for them. We're here for you. Find.
Coming up next is Game 2 of today's Cavalier doubleheader on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made home ownership happen. Homeschooling yourself on loans, beefing up your credit score.
So I'm pre-approved.
Boxes, and flushing every toilet in a 20-mile radius. Home sweet home. You aced house hunting. Now get to yourretirement.org.
Eau Claire Cavalier Baseball is on the air. NLWN-TV proudly presents today's Eau Claire Cavalier game. Help us celebrate 50 years of Cavalier baseball as they battle their way through the Chippewa River Baseball League. And now, out to the ballpark for coverage of today's game.
And welcome back to Stuckert Field in Bloomer, as we're getting ready to start Game 2 of the Cavalier doubleheader. And I want to apologize for those people who are receiving buffering issues, but we're seeing what we can do about that, and I'm absolutely not sure what we can do. But we're working on it. But anyway, the Cavaliers are the Cavaliers are going to be the home team for game number 2. So that means ground ball. And Irvine just steps on first. Now batting, Curtis Dockel, who's moved over to play first base in game number 2. Pitches right down the middle for strike 1. Two, 3 inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We've played a half inning. It's the Woodticks nothing, and the Cavaliers coming to bat.
When I first saw Turtle, my heart was full. Now I'm anything but lonely.
We have this deep connection, this heart connection.
He just wants to be close to you and part of your life.
Every day with Turtle is a perfect day.
When I'm holding her, it makes me feel calmer.
I think everything he does shows how much he loves us.
When we adopt a shelter pet, we discover they're a little bit of a lot of things.
But they're all pure love.
And again, I apologize to those of you who are experiencing a lot of buffering. We will do the best we can to get that solved. Defensively for the Woodticks, on the mound is going to be Jake Malinowski. And Curtis Dockel has gone over to play first base. Masick is still at second, Poyer at third, Schley at third, and Poyer at short. And Lane is behind the plate. The outfield has a little bit of a change. Adam Malinowski is going to be in left field. Tozer has moved from first base out to center field. And Chad Plummer is in right field. So leading off for the Cavaliers for the first inning is catcher Cole Hyman. And the first pitch is in the dirt. Ball one. And a fly ball out into right center field. That's going to bounce off the fence. And Timon checks in at second base. So a leadoff double for the Cavaliers. And it's going to bring up Cole Leckvin. Second pitch inside, gets back to the fence. And Timon heads over to third. Boy, what a change we've had weather-wise today. It was actually quite pleasant when game one started.
Yeah, that was
and
really
now
nice.
It's downright chilly. Next pitch is a little bit low and inside. Alanowski into the stretch, checks a runner at third, and the pitch catches the inside corner. 3 balls and a strike. And ball 4. So now we have runners at the corner. Nobody out. And that brings up Tyler Herman, second baseman for the Cavs. And the runner first goes, throw it on to second, gets away. Runner breaks for the plate, and he's safe. Oh, now they've got Leckvin tied up in a rundown between second and third. And they tag him out. So Timon came in to score on the double steal. Leckvin got to second, and when they made the play on Timon at the plate, he tried to make it to third, but they caught him in the rundown. But the Cavaliers take a 1-0 lead. Tyler Herman still at the plate. No balls and a strike. Nobody on. Pitch is outside. And the pitch. Pop up. And caught out in short center field, or left field, I should say, by Poyer. That's going to bring up Kendra Angulo, the pitcher for the Cavaliers. And that's about the 4th batter hit by the Cavaliers, or the fourth Cavalier batter hit today. That brings Voller up. And the pitch fouled off to the right side. Malinowski looks in for the sign, checks the runner. Swung on, fly ball into shallow right field, and it falls in. Coming into third base is, I believe that's Herman out there. Yeah. And Greg Button is coming up for the Cavs. Runners on the corner, 2 outs. 1 run in. Button fouls it just off to our left and off a windshield. I don't think the windshield took any damage, but it went right off the windshield. That is the one thing about some of these smaller ballparks. You're parked kind of close to foul balls. Carson Park, they've got to go quite a way. Throw over to first, it gets away. Run comes in to score, and Voller heads over around second, coming towards third, and he's going to check in there standing up. Coming in to score was Gulo. Voller checks in at third. And it's a called strike. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Cavaliers have 2 this inning. And the pitch is a little bit low. Pitch is high. Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2 in. Pitch is low, and the count is full. And ball 4 is the call. Malinowski thought he had a strike. He's a little bit disappointed with that call. So now there's runners on the corners. Jalen Williams is up. Button at first. Voller at third. Pitch to Williams is low and outside. Malinowski in the stretch, and the pitch fouled off to the right. Pitch is outside. Ball 2. the stretch and the pitch. It's inside. Ball gets away, but Voller couldn't advance. And it is ball 4. So the bases are loaded. And that's going to bring up number 18, Ben Bergman. Right field. Or check that. Third baseman. Third baseman, Ben Bergman. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Pitch is outside. Malinowski really having a hard time finding that plate. He's in the stretch, checks the runners, and the pitch inside, ball 2. Tozer out in center field is getting a little chilly just standing there. He was bouncing up and down. The 2-0 pitch. And it's high, ball 3. This is one of those, it's pretty much an automatic take pitch when the bases are loaded like this. Outside ball 4, and he walks in a run. And the bases remain full. And brings up Logan Irvine, the first baseman. Bottom of the order for the Cavaliers. They put 9 to the plate. Swing and a miss, strike 1. He would have liked to get that grand slam home run. The stretch. And Malinowski's pitch, that's actually behind Irvine. It was a curveball that didn't break. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch is low and away, and it gets away, and a run comes in to score. That was Button that came in to score. The other runners all advance. Ground ball down the third base line. It's a fair ball. Throw over to first, and he can't hang on to it. The throw, I think he beat it anyway. It was a nice stop over at third by Schley, but just did not have a chance, and it was not a forced play at third, so tapping the bag didn't do any good. Run comes in to score. Actually, 2 runs came in to score, and we have runners on the corner. 5-0, Cavaliers on top. Back to the top of the order. Timon. And a strike called over the inside corner. And the ball gets away. And in the score comes Ben Bergman. And we have a 6-run inning for the Cavaliers. And a ground ball. It's going to stay fair. Long throw over to first, and they got him. That was Malinowski coming off the mound, picking up the ball, throwing it over to Dockel at first, and they made the put out. But for the Cavaliers, they pick up 6 runs in the bottom of the first. We've got 1 in the book, And it's the Cavaliers 6 and the Woodticks nothing. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
If you've been admiring the freshly groomed look of a baseball field, or the stunning appearance of a golf course, remember you too can have a lawn with the same beauty by simply calling Midwest Environmental Consultants. Their professional lawn care experts can bring your lawn to its full beauty and appearance. Call Midwest Environmental Consultants at 715-586-1302. Let Midwest Environmental Consultants help make your lawn the showplace of the neighborhood.
There we go. Got the picture back. And we tried to switch our connection a little bit here. And it looks like maybe that might have helped. We switched over to the other jetpack, and all of a sudden now we have a pretty good signal. So things are looking much better. And we head to the second inning with the Cavaliers on top by a score of 6-0. Kendron Gulo had a good first inning for the Cavs. Through a 1-2-3 first inning. And Matt Schley will lead off the second inning for the Woodticks. Our little score bug down in the corner is actually upside down for this game because the Cavaliers are the home team. So, Matt Schley. Steps in. Gulo's into the windup. Pitches outside, ball one. And they pop up into shallow right field. And it's caught out there by Tyler Herman for one out. And that brings up pitcher number 5. Jake Malinowski. First pitch is outside. Swing and a miss for strike 2. And the next pitch is low and inside to Malinowski. 2 balls and a strike. And the swing and ground ball down to third, throw over to first, and he got him. Nice dig at first base by Irvine. 2 outs. That's going to bring up Avery Masick, the second baseman for the Woodticks. First pitch, swing and a miss. The 0-1 pitch, outside, ball 1. 1-1 pitch. Swung on, fouled straight back. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. Breaking ball, just a little bit low. That didn't miss by much. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. 3 up, 3 down for the Woodticks. And Gulo pitches another really good inning. So after an inning and a half, it's the Cavaliers 6 and the Woodticks 0. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
My mother was always very familiar with her neighborhood, but one day she stopped at the stop sign for much longer than usual, and she didn't know whether she should go forward or turn, and she wasn't even really sure where she was at. It was very unsettling for her.
I felt so much better after my son told me, "Mom, I don't want you to worry or be afraid. I'll be there for you and we'll figure it out."
And we're back here at Stuckert Field in Bloomer, Wisconsin. Cavaliers, who are actually the visiting team for Game 2 of this doubleheader, are ahead by a score of 6-0. Yeah, it appears as though we've got a decent signal now. Yeah, I want to thank some people who sent messages to us while watching online. Cole Leckman is at the plate. But Janice says, "Way to go, Cavs live. Love being able to watch when we can't get there. Keep up the great work in the second game." And Jason says he's watching from Wabasha, Minnesota, and can't wait to see you at Carson Park. Well, Jason, we can't wait to see you at Carson Park as well. 0-2 to Leckman. One ball, 2 strikes. Malinowski delivers. Ground ball over to short. Scooped up there, throw over to first in the dirt, but scooped out. And Leckman goes down short to first. It brings up Tyler Herman. One out. We're in the bottom of the second. First pitch is a strike. And a line shot into left center field for a base hit. And Herman turns at first, takes a look as the ball comes in. Herman with a nice line shot into left center field. That's going to bring up Kendron Gulo. One out. Pitch is outside. 1 ball, 1 strike to Gulo. Ball gets in the dirt. And that's going to move Herman down to second. Gulo with an open stance. And the pitch. Check swing, ball 3. So Gulo goes down and brings up Mitch Voller. First pitch to Voller. A little bit low. Ball 1. And a fly ball out into center field, midway back. Circling under it was Tozer. Makes the catch, and that'll end the second inning for the Cavaliers. No runs this inning, but after 2, the Cavaliers still lead 6-0 over the Bloomer Woodticks. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Hey Raccoon, where you off to in such a hurry?
I'm getting out of here. I heard that the family who owns this place just hired Western Wisconsin Animal Damage Control.
No. Not Western Wisconsin Animal Damage Control. Why, the last place they were at, all the animals like us disappeared and were never heard from again.
Right. That's why I'm leaving.
Honey, gather the kids. We've got to go.
Got animal pests? Let Western Wisconsin Animal Damage Control handle your problem. Call them at 715-832-1640. That's Western Wisconsin Animal Damage Control.
And we're back here at Stuckert Field in Bloomer, Wisconsin. Again, I want to apologize for the technical issues that we had towards the beginning of this second game. It seems as though everything seems to have straightened itself out. Kendron Gulo on the mound for the Cavaliers. So far, he's had 6 up, 6 down. So, coming up for the Woodticks in the top of the 3rd inning. Center fielder, Trent Tozer. And the pitch gets back to the backstop. 2-0 is the count to Tozer. Wind up and the pitch. Called strike at the letters on the outside corner. And the pitch is outside. Oh, we got the corner. Two balls, 2 strikes. Gulo's 2-2-2 pitch. Little low. Fills up the count. Payoff pitch. High and outside. Breaking ball didn't quite break enough. And he gives a free pass to Tozer. That brings up the left fielder, Adam Malinowski. Plummer is up. Okay. That wasn't what the lineup card had that we had, but we'll make that adjustment. It's Chad Plummer. And he's the left fielder. No, he's not the left fielder. He's the right fielder. Two balls, two strikes to Plummer. I'm just checking over some of the lineup card that we were given. And the pitch called. Strike over the inside corner. And that brings up Adam Malinowski. So now I'm figuring out what their lineup is. So this is Adam Malinowski. And we have a dead ball balk being called. So Gulo committed the balk. And down he goes. Two down. Back to the top of the order with Noah Lane. And a pop-up out into left center field. It falls in. And the Woodticks pick up a run. So Noah Lane gets an RBI. And that's going to bring up Corey Poyer. Shortstop. Pitch is outside. Ball one. Breaking ball. This just evidently didn't break over. Pitch is fouled back. Out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Pitch is outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pretty good lead over at first. Gulo takes a look and delivers to the plate, fouled off on the right side. Here's a pitch called, strike over the outside corner. Kendron Gulo with another solid inning. He did give up 1 run this inning, but the Cavaliers maintain a 6-1 lead as we head to the bottom of the third. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Let NLWN-TV and the Northern Light Webcasting Network take you out to the ball game. Our next game will be on May 23rd when the Cavaliers take on the Cadet Red Sox in a doubleheader from Carson Park. Live coverage on the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service and on NLWN-TV begins with the In the Dugout show at 12:10 p.m. That's live Cavalier baseball on Sunday, May 23rd on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Dan's talking about bringing up a heater up here where we're sitting on top of our new broadcasting trailer. Well, it's new to us anyway.
Yeah, that bullet heater that we had when we were making the heater, or making the...
Oh, working on the interior? Yeah.
That was a good one.
Yeah, that would have heated up all of Bloomer.
Yeah, it did.
You know, I hate to say this, Dan, but I'm looking off to the west, and there's some kind of dark clouds over there that are... They're kind of looking like they're filled with snow.
Yeah. Well, we gotta say, if you get up here by 64, weather changes up here.
And we're only a good solid home run is going to land on 64
Right,
from
yeah.
this ballpark. So,
Northern Wisconsin.
yeah, it's not exactly what you'd call baseball weather. Although we've had some good baseball here today, but it's not the warm, sunny summer. Sit there with a couple cold ones. I can't even think about having a couple cold ones right now. That's not even a pleasant thought.
Made a big difference putting this tarp up behind us.
It has helped keep the wind out, yes. Okay, we're in the bottom of the third, and coming up for the Cavaliers, Greg Button. Swing and foul tip. Strike one. Left-hander, Greg Button. And the pitch, swing and a miss, strike two. Jalen Williams on deck. And the pitch, ground ball over to first, takes a high hop, toss over to Malinowski covering, and Button is out. That brings up Jalen Williams. And the first pitch is just outside. Ball one. Outside again, ball two. And the 2-0 pitch. Just a little bit low. In fact, Malinowski asking, where's that missing? And a high pop foul. Will it stay in play? And it falls between all of them. We had Lane, Malinowski, and Daco all surrounding it, and it came down while they had a discussion about it. Kind of split the difference between the three of them. Three balls and a strike to Jalen Williams. Long fly ball into left field. It's driving him back near the warning track and no, he did not make the catch. And Williams checks into second. I believe that'll probably be an error on the left fielder. Malinowski. That's Adam Malinowski. And that's what they did score it up on the scoreboard. So that brings up Bergman, Ben Bergman, third baseman. First pitch is low, ball one. And foul tip back. And the pitch is just outside. 2 balls and a strike, 1 out. Williams on second. Bergman lines one right back up the middle. Gets scooped by the shortstop, throw over to first, and the runner is called safe. Daco was in the air when Bergman came across the bag. And it moved Williams over to third, so the Cavaliers have runners at the corners with 1 out. Woodticks didn't like that call. Daco didn't like that call very much, but he was up in the air when Bergman got to the plate, or got to the base. So Logan Irvine is up. Swing and a miss for strike one. Pitch is over the outside corner. Strike two. Malinowski takes a look over at first. And the pitch. Bergman not taking too big a lead. And the pitch is high. Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 2 men on. And the pitch. Bases low, or count is full, I should say. And the payoff pitch. Check swing, and he went. 2 outs. And that takes us back to the top of the order with Cole Timon. In the first inning, Timon doubled. And the first pitch to Timon is outside, ball 1. And it's a fly ball out into center field, and camping under it is Tozer, and he makes the catch. So the Cavs put a couple runners on base, but don't get anything in. So we've played 3, and it's Cavaliers 6, and the Bloomer Woodticks 1. And you're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Today I'm going to talk to you about physics. Come on in, girls. Let's go. This is the first rocket to get humans to Mars.
Really tall.
I'm a rocket structural engineer designing and building parts of the rocket. You are the generation that will be stepping foot on Mars. Do I have a group of astronauts on my hands?
Yes.
You can become a rocket scientist or whatever else you want to be.
And we head into the 4th inning. Top of the 4th. Cavaliers with a 6-1 lead over the Woodticks. Kendra Ngulu on the mound. So far, he's only allowed 1 hit and only allowed 1 run. And that's going to bring up for the Bloomer Woodticks, Curtis Dockel, first baseman. Gulo in the wind and the pitch. Swung on a miss, strike 1. And the pitch. Just a little bit low, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. The wind and the pitch is high and away, ball 2. The 2-1 pitch, just a little high again, ball 3. And the pitch, high pop-up, over to the left side, shortstop Leckman is under it, makes a catch. That's going to bring up Matt Schley, the third baseman for the Woodticks. First Pitch is foul tipped. Strike one. The wind and the pitch. Breaking ball high. 1 ball, 1 strike. He's got that big bending curveball. It's just not breaking down like he wants to. Fastball outside that time. 2 balls and a strike. Changeup. Actually, it might have been a slider, but anyway, it was an off-speed pitch inside, ball 3. Wind and the 3-1 pitch. Another breaking ball. It was a slider again on the inside, and it missed. And so Schley takes a walk. That brings up the pitcher, Jake Malinowski. First pitch is a ball. And the slider's high. Ball 2. 2-0. That's a called strike. Two balls, 1 strike. The 2-1 pitch. Swung on, driven into left field. Cutting it off is Bauer. And it's a base hit. For Malinowski. That brings up Avery Masick. First pitch is high, ball 1. Well, I want to thank the people from the Woodticks for providing us with some hot dogs up here. As Dan and I, we do like to compare hot dogs at the various places we go. Made a tough basketball season since nobody had concession stands.
We got a little thinner.
Not much. Avery Masick is up, 2-1 count. And a called strike. These are amazing. Folks, if you get a chance to go to a ball game here in Bloomer, make sure you get a dog. These are amazing. They've got that snap to them. I'd be really curious as to which meat place here in town made these, because holy cow, that might be worth a stop as we leave town. And a liner foul down the right side. Full count. Nice warm hot dog on a chilly day like this actually works pretty well. Foul was back in the defense, so the count remains 3-2. Ball 4, the ball does get away, but nobody's going to be able to advance any more than they would have on the walk. This is the first time Gulu's run into a little bit of trouble. He's got the bases loaded with one out. And it brings up Trent Tozer, center fielder. Tozer with a swing and a miss. And the pitch is outside. Schley is on third. Malinowski on second. Masick on first. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Pitch is outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. And down he goes. That'll bring up Chad Plummer, the right fielder. First pitch is a ball. And called strike over the outside corner. And the 1-1 pitch. Strike 2 over that outside corner. Plummer didn't like that call too much. He kind of rolled his eyes. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases loaded. Pitch is outside. So the deuces are wild now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases loaded. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And they get out of it without any damage. Nice job of getting out of the mess by Kendron Gulo. And so we've played 3.5 innings. And the score, Cavaliers 6 and the Woodticks 1. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. So Tozier on the mound, and the first hitter he's going to face is Cole Leckman. Dozier's first pitch is back to the backstop. You know, the theory is if you throw your first pitch back to the backstop, makes the hitters afraid and they don't stand in on you. Gives you the outside corner. Next one was way outside. 2 balls, no strikes. And the pitch caught the inside corner. In the dirt. Ball 3. And the pitch. Liner out into center field. It's going to fall in for a base hit. And Cole Leckman checks in at first base. That's going to bring up Tyler Herman. Tozier into the stretch, and the pitch. Herman squares to bunt, but he bunts it back foul. Cavs looking to play a little small ball. Of course, the last time Herman showed bunt, then he swung for the fence. Or it was the other way around or something. Squares to bunt again, but he doesn't offer. And Leckman gets out of second base. One ball, one strike. And the pitch. Herman butting on third strike. He fouled it off, and he's out. Or check that. That was a 1-1 pitch, wasn't it? Yeah, okay. My mistake. It wasn't a third strike bunt. I lost track that time. Not that that's ever happened before. Tozier into the stretch, checks the runner at second. And the pitch is inside. And it got him. That's hit batter number 5, I believe. That's a whole new kind of contact sport. All right, now coming up, Ken Rangulo. He's had a pretty good day on the mound. Runners at first and second, nobody out. We're in the bottom of the 4th. Gulo trying to help out his cause a little. Right down Broadway with that one. Tozier, the 0-1 pitch, caught the outside corner. No balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Grounded at third. Toss over to second for one. Throw to first. Not in time. So Gula gets on a fielder's choice. And Herman gets thrown out at second. But Leckman checks in at third. And that's going to bring up Mitch Voller. Voller's first pitch is inside. And the 1-0 pitch. Just high. 2 balls, no strikes. And next pitch, grounded down to third. Knocked down, but rolls into center field. Into score comes Leckman. Gulo checks in at second. Voller at first, and that's going to bring up Greg Button. Still only 1 out. As the Cavs have gone up 7-1. Tozer throw over to second, and in back safely. Voller got back in second safely. Pitch is just a little bit low to Button. 1 ball, no strikes. 1 out. Runners at first and second. Pretty good lead out there at second. And the pitch. Got the outside corner for a strike. Button with a slightly open stance. Pitches outside. 2 balls and a strike. And the pitch is a little low. Ball 3. And the pitch. Swung on. Chopper over to the second base side. Throw over to first. And they got him at first. But it advanced each of the runners. So now with 2 outs, we've got Jalen Williams coming up. And we have runners at second and third. So Williams steps in. And the pitch. It gets back to the backstop, and Gulo had already turned to go back to third, and was kind of mad at himself because he probably could have scored on that. And the pitch to Williams, swung on a miss, strike 1. And the pitch. Swung on a miss, strike two. And the pitch outside, ball two. And the pitch swung on, chopped away. Count holds, 2 balls, 2 strikes. We have 2 outs and 2 on. Tozier into the stretch. And the pitch. Low. Full count to Williams. Yeah, I wouldn't set everybody necessarily on this because you got first base open. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Well, the Cavaliers do pick up a run in this inning, and that makes a score after 4. Cavaliers 7 and the Woodticks 1. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat apples and bananas?
Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
And we're back here in Bloomer at Stuckert Field. Getting ready for inning number 5. As the Cavaliers take a 7-1 lead into that inning. Hey, I want to remind you fans, don't forget to tune in on Wednesday. It will be our final episode of Classic Wissota Racing for the season. NLWN-TV will broadcast a replay of the races from the Eagle Valley Speedway from September 26th of last year. It will include a special interview with Western Wisconsin driver Calvin Iverson about race driving throughout the Midwest and in Arizona. NLWN-TV coverage begins at 7 p.m. on Wednesday. And the pitch is a little bit low, making the count 2-0. 2-0 to Adam Malinowski. And the pitch is just outside, 3-0. Again, you don't want to walk the number 9 hitter. It's just kind of that's a no-no in baseball. And he got the strike that time. And the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. And the payoff pitch popped up, Foul territory. And Timon missed it. We have some defensive changes for the Cavs. Now playing third base is Greg Button. And Ben Bergman is now out in right field. And he came back and got him. He was down 3-0 and came back and struck him out. That's been the kind of day Gulo has had. I don't suppose your numbers are at all accurate as far as number of pitches because you were struggling through about the first 3 innings to get those names in there. First pitch to Noah Lane is fouled back to the screen. No balls and a strike. And the pitch is a called strike. And he got him looking. So Corey Poyer comes up now with 2 down. In the top of the 5th. Pitch is outside. And the next pitch is a little bit inside. 2 ball, or check that, it's 1-1. Swung on, foul back to the screen. And the 1-2 pitch. Driven out into center field, circling under it is Williams. He makes a catch. And that's it for the Woodticks in the top of the 5th inning. So the score after 4.5. Cavaliers 7, Woodticks 1. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
If your estate is not looking quite estate-like, let Midwest Environmental Consultants Landscape Design and Construction Team bring your estate up to snuff. Their professional experts can design and install retaining walls, brick patios, foundation planting beds, and so much more. Call Midwest Environmental Consultants at 715-586-1302. Let Midwest Environmental Consultants help make your estate the showplace of the neighborhood.
And we're back here at Stuckert Field in Bloomer. You know, Dan, on a nice sunny day, this would be a great place to sit back and watch a ball game under the trees that are off to the right here. People have picnic tables there and lawn chairs, and they do have a set of bleachers, nice little concession stand. This would be a nice place on a summer day.
Get the leaves to come out a little bit, make a little shade.
There's nice sight lines at this ballpark. Again, the dimensions here, 320 down the foul lines, both sides are 320, and 385 to straightaway center. We're going to get a little action in the Cavalier bullpen. Looks like Cole Timon going down to warm somebody up. I did not catch the number of who was going down there. Ben Bergman is the leadoff hitter, now playing right field.
Now, bottom of the fifth for the Cavaliers. Right fielder, number 18, Ben Bergman.
And the first pitch is called a strike. Tozier still on the mound for Bloomer. And the pitch is just inside. 1 ball, 1 strike to Bergman. And the pitch is outside. Ball 2. And the pitch is inside. Ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. And the pitch swung on and fouled down the first base line. Full count. And Tozier's payoff pitch. Inside, ball 4, and Bergman draws the walk.
Batting the first baseman, number 44, Logan Irvine.
That brings up Logan Irvine. And the pitch is a little bit high. Ball 1. The pitch is outside. Ball 2. Don't forget, we'll be back with you with more Cavalier baseball on Sunday, May 23rd. So next time the Cavaliers have action. Pitch grounded off the mound, over to short, throw to second, and the throw back to first gets away. So Irvine will get out on a fielder's choice, and the force out of Bergman at second.
Now batting the catcher, number 19, Cole Timon.
That brings up top of the order with Cole Timon. So anyway, we'll be back with more Cavalier baseball on May 23rd, a doubleheader against the Cadott Red Sox. That'll be from Carson Park. Dan and I will be there. I'm hoping Cassie will be there as well. I think Cassie's doing a heck of a job for her first time on the camera. Pitching lined and fair ball down the third baseline. And we have runners advancing 1 base, mainly because Logan Irvine is not exactly the fastest guy out there. He made a comment about that in the player profile between games, if you happen to see that. He made the comment that if he had a superpower, it would be speed because he doesn't have any. And so we saw it right there was a pretty good example because that, for a lot of runners, would have put them on third. That brings up Cole Leckman. Pitches inside. maybe by those games on the 23rd, Cavs might have some of those collegiate players back. Pitch is outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Called strike, so we have 2 balls and a strike. Two runners on. Pitch strike called over the inside corner. On deck is Tyler Herman. And the 2-2 pitch. Low, ball 3. Count is full. And here comes the pitch. Ground ball up the middle into center field. And we have Irvine checking in at third. He wasn't going any further. So now we have the bases full for Tyler Herman. 1 out. How much you want to bet he's not going to put down the bunt this time? He's shown bunt the last couple times up, so. Line shot right back to the pitcher, throw over to third, and he's got him for the double play. It was a line shot right back into the glove of Tozier, who quickly wheeled and fired over to Schley at third base. And they doubled off Irvine at third, and Cavaliers are out of the inning without any runs. It looked so promising, but they got nothing. So we've completed 5. And the score after 5, Cavaliers 7 and the Bloomer Woodticks 1. And you're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
You're tuned to the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. We use advertising revenue to make this service available to you. If you have a business and would like to get your message out to our ever-increasing audience, give us a call at 715-563-1749. We'll be happy to discuss our budget-friendly advertising packages with you. Get your business noticed on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV by calling 715-563-1749.
And we're back here, heading into the top of the 6th inning. Cavs on top by a score of 7-1. And I'm looking to see what we have on the mound. And we do have a new pitcher on the mound. Mitch Fowler is on the mound now for the Cavs. And I'm looking to see who's out in left field now. Okay, I believe I've got this right now. Gulo has moved from pitching out to second base. Left field is now Bergman. And right field is Tyler Herman. Little musical chairs with a pitching change for the Cavs. And so leading off the top of the 6th inning for the Bloomer Woodchucks is first baseman Curtis Dockel. Cavs were the winners of game number 1 by a score of 10-2, leading here in game 2 in the top of the 6th inning by a score of 7-1. And the first pitch is right down the pipe for strike 1. Mitchell Voller. And that pitch is just a little bit low. Wind is picking up, trying to blow our tarp off of us here. Good thing we used some bungees to tie it down, and Cassie's using the S word over here. Yeah, and she's right, it is. It's snowing. And the pitch is outside. Ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. Mitchell Voller. And the 3-1 pitch is outside. Ball 4. So Dockel draws the walk. That's going to bring up Matt Schley, the third baseman. You know, Dan, I do remember when I was a kid playing games in this kind of weather, but I don't think I ever expected to be spectating games with the snow coming down.
Yeah, you just never know this time of year.
Of course, we did football in this, didn't we?
Yeah, we had a couple games that were...
I remember that sideways snow in Colfax that day.
Lifted our tarp right up.
It did. That's why we're bungeeing these things down now. The 1-0 pitch to Schley, totally wide of the catcher and back to the backstop, and Dockel heads to second. That was even outside of the left-handed batter's box. And the pitch, that one came down the middle. 2 balls and a strike. And the pitch is outside. Ball 3. And here comes the 3-1 pitch. Just a little bit low. And Schley draws a walk. 2 runners on. That brings up Jake Malinowski. Center fielder. First pitch is outside. Mitchell Voller having a hard time finding the plate. I'd tell him to look for the white thing, but there's enough snow now, he might not be able to find it. Here comes a pitch. It's outside. Ball 2. And the pitch, it's a looper out into, well, about shortstop, caught there by Lekvin. Throw over to second to try to double off Dackel, but it doesn't get there in time. But one down. And that's going to bring up Avery Masick. First pitch catches the outside corner for strike 1. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Might think he might have chased one that was a little low and inside. Pitch is outside. And checks the runner. The 1-2 pitch. Outside. Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on, 1 out. Top of the 6th inning. And the pitch. It's outside. Ball 3. And the pitch, ball 4. Boy, watching Masick go down to first base, he doesn't have the long sleeves on underneath his jersey. That just looks, I'm sitting here with your coat on, and I'm shivering, and he's down there in just shirt sleeves. Kids these days. So that brings up the pitcher, Trent Tozer. Bases loaded with 1 out. This could all of a sudden become a much closer game. That one came down the middle. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the 1-1 pitch. Strike 2 called over the outside corner. Fowler takes a sign, and the pitch is just inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Outside, ball 3. Bases are loaded. Full count. Nowhere to put them. And the payoff pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. That's going to bring up Chad Plummer with 2 outs and the bases loaded. High pop-up behind the pitcher's mound. Bauer snags it, and that's the end of the inning. So after 5.5 innings, it's the Cavaliers 7 and the Woodticks 0. Oh, check that, Woodticks 1. And you're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
150 over 90.
180 over 111.
160 over 110. I had a stroke.
Your blood pressure numbers could change your life. Lowering them could save you from having a stroke. If you've stopped your treatment plan, restart it or talk to your doctor about creating one that works better for you. Start taking the right steps at manageyourbp.org.
Now I'm, trying to get better, stronger than ever.
And we go to the bottom of the 6th inning with the Cavaliers hanging on to a 7-1 lead. Yeah, the wind has kind of changed direction also. Earlier in the game, in the first game, the wind was blowing from left to right. Now it's blowing from right to left. Chilly 45 degrees here in Bloomer. Ground ball to the short. Throw over to first, and they got Gulo for the first out of the inning. That's going to bring up Mitch Voller, the pitcher. And the first pitch is outside. And the second pitch is down low. 2 balls, no strikes to Voller. Line shot into left field, and Voller's on with a base hit. That's going to bring up Greg Button. Button is now at third base, I believe. Yes. Pitch is a little high for ball 1. Second pitch. Called strike over the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss, strike 2. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. So Button goes down. 2 outs. We have a runner on first. And Jalen Williams. And a swing and a miss on strike 1. Swing and a high pop-up behind third base. The shortstop, Poyer, is over to make the catch, and that's the end of the inning for the Cavaliers. We've completed 6. Cavaliers 7. Bloomer Woodticks 1. Your tune to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
What to expect when you're expecting.
Like here.
A teenager.
Today, I'm going to show you how to teen-proof your home. First step, hide the car keys. Preferably somewhere they would never look. Challenges will come up. Be ready for them. Hi, honey.
Ready for them. Mom, you don't use mannequins in the mannequin challenge.
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Okay, we head into the top of the 7th. With the Cavaliers leading 7-1. The last chance for the Woodticks to make something happen. And Fowler still on the mound for the Cavs. Somehow I have a funny feeling that our packing up is going to be a lot quicker than our setting up was. Cassie's agreeing. And Dan's too cold to say anything.
Yeah, I was just thinking, the last few years that we've done football games, we kind of got in a good routine of just getting in and getting out. So I think this first time...
We will, too. It just... We got a bunch of new stuff to set up, and... yeah, we gotta get our choreography down is what it is. So the throw goes on to second, and we're ready to get the top of the 7th started. So we start out with left fielder Adam Malinowski. And the pitch, called strike. I think that strike zone might inflate a little bit this half inning. Fowler into the windup. And the 0-1 pitch. Strike 2 called. Yeah, I think I might be right about that one. And And a high pop up. And Fowler goes over and catches it in foul territory for out number 1. That takes us to the top of the order for the Woodticks. Noah Lane, the catcher. Yeah, you got to give some credit to both catchers today. They've caught both games, and for this early in the season, that's a lot of work for a catcher. It's tough on the knees. Fowler's first pitch, called strike over the inside corner. And the next pitch, grounder over to short, fielded by Leckman, and the throw over to first, and he's safe because the ball came flying out of the glove. Leckman made a throw over, had to pull Irvine off the bag just a little bit, but on the tag attempt, he got the tag, but he didn't hang on to the ball. It's probably going to be an error on the first baseman, Logan Irvine. Corey Poyer is up now for Bloomer, and he got that one off the top of the helmet. And he gets up and heads on down to first. So that's going to bring up Curtis Dockel. We'll see if we have Ryan Page up here after the second game. Whatever it is, it's going to be quick. And a chopper, foul ball. I think he got chopped right into Dockel. Probably off his foot. No balls and a strike. And the pitch. Just a little bit low. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runners at first and second. Fowler into the stretch, and the pitch, and hit into foul territory. On the chase is Leckman, and he can't quite circle under it. We're getting an awful lot of staticky noise all of a sudden, and I don't know where it's coming from. I think the microphones are getting chilly. Ground ball to third, took a bad hop and scoots into left field. That was off the third baseman Button, and it will probably be scored an error on Button. So now the bases are loaded with only 1 out. And that brings up Matt Schley. First pitch. Outside, ball 1. Second pitch. Inside, ball 2. And the pitch is high. Ball 3. Nowhere to put him. Three and 0. And the pitch is outside, ball 4, and that brings in another run. Seven to 2 now, the Cavs are up. And now Jake Malinowski, the center fielder, comes up. Bases loaded, 1 out, and the tying run will be on deck. First pitch to Malinowski is called strike over the outside corner. The 0-1 pitch. Outside, that one gets away. It's under Malinowski's feet. Simon couldn't find it at first. Fowler checks for the sign. And the 1-1 pitch. Check, swing, strike. One ball, 2 strikes. Fowler into his motion. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Malinowski goes down. There are 2 outs. Bases loaded. Avery Masick coming up, second baseman for the Woodticks. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Fastball at the letters by Fowler. And it appears as though some of our technical issues with our bandwidth is returning to haunt us. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. And the pitch. Strike 3, and that's going to be the ball game. So the Cavaliers pick up a doubleheader sweep to start the season with a 7-2 victory over the Bloomer Woodticks in game number 2 after winning game 1 by a score of 10-2. So the Cavaliers start the season at 2-0. We won't have a talking baseball after this game, simply because it's not something we're going to be able to do because of our technical issues. So you've been tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
You've been watching NLWN-TV's presentation of Eau Claire Cavalier Baseball live on the Northern Light Webcasting Network. Stay tuned. Coming up next is Talking Baseball.